Good morning, adventurers. We are hopping the car this morning. It's actually like, is it afternoon already?
Oh God, it's even now.
The sun's already really low in the sky. It sets so early here, you guys. It's crazy. The day keeps getting away from us. But we're hopping in the car. We're heading to a town nearby, about 45 minutes away, called Whitby. Is Whitby on the coast?
It is. It's on the coast.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. So we'll get to see the coast a bit. And we're also headed to an abbey called Riveaulx Abbey. And we saw pictures of it, and it's all dilapidated and destroyed. It's from the 1100s originally. So it looked super cool.
Amazing.
So we're definitely gonna go check that out.
Yeah, we're excited for some coastal drives and views.
We also might grab some fish and chips or something delicious like that.
See what they're like on this coast.
We've arrived at the Abbey. It's a bit cold and dreary out here though, you guys. It started to rain a bit, so I've got my little trash bag on. Also, the parking lot was closed, so I don't know if that means that the whole area is closed or if that's just the parking lot and you can just kind of walk into it. So we had to park a bit down the road, and the Abbey's actually just up past that house there, so hopefully it's open and we can go explore it because it looks pretty majestic and magnificent.
Had it been open, you'd be able to use your York pass to get in. So that's something to keep in mind. But hopefully we can still get close today. We'll see. Okay, so you guys can see it's freaking amazing and beautiful. It just so happens that in the wintertime, particularly in November, it's only open on Saturdays and Sundays, and today is Thursday. So I think this is as close as we're gonna get, but it's still really cool. Like driving in, both Eric and I were just like, whoa, oh my gosh. So when you come, just make sure you check the hours and use your York pass so you can get in there. And then send us the cool pictures you guys get, since we didn't get to get any.
It's in a very cool spot. It's like this tiny little town with all these little cottages and these stone walls and stuff.
It is very cool. And the drive here was amazing. And we passed Castle Howard, which we didn't end up stopping at, but we didn't realize we'd be so close to it. But we're limited on time, so we're gonna try to make it to the coast. Maybe the weather will be nicer over there and we'll get some sunshine before heading home.
Well, we're nice and wet now. It started to properly rain out there.
Yeah.
And it's cold. I'm freezing.
It's really cold. It's
Oh
like
my
40
gosh.
degrees, I think. We picked today to do this because the weather said it was supposed to be just windy and partly cloudy, but it's not windy and it's just nasty and raining.
So we've just turned into North York Moors National Park. It's this big park that separates York from Whitby. So we're gonna cut right on through it and it should be pretty beautiful. This place is crazy. It's got like these long stretches of road without any trees around for miles, and it kind of looks like Iceland because the landscape is all red and really open and crazy, and there's sheep everywhere. We've made it to the town of Whitby. We wanted to give you guys a quick update. We're not having the greatest of day. Things just aren't really working out. The weather turned sour, although it's clearing up now. But then we didn't look at the times ahead of time for the Abbey, so we didn't get to explore that, and I was really excited to explore that.
Yeah.
And then we came here to Whitby, and so back up a little bit. This morning we had kind of an issue with booking some stuff that took us like an extra hour and a half, so we got out really late.
Yeah.
So that kind of screwed us on time. So then we got here and it's kind of getting dark, and I wanted to kind of take my time strolling around, getting pictures and getting shots and stuff, but you know, the sun sets so early here that now it's already getting kind of dark, although the sky's really pretty. It's pretty nice.
And our dumb cards again, we tried to park downtown. They won't work in any of the machines, so we've been like running all around trying to find places to park, and we ended up just finding a neighborhood like way outside of town.
Way over there.
So we've just,
the town's way over there.
Yeah, we've just walked about a mile to get in here, which is wasting even more time. But we really want to try to experience this and, I don't know, I guess try to salvage the day a bit.
And we really wanted to get some good fish and chips, so I'm like dead set on it. Plus, I'm really hungry.
Yeah, we haven't eaten since like 9 a.m. this morning, and it's almost 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock now, actually. Oh boy.
So we're at least gonna get some good grub either way.
Yeah.
Whether this day sucks or not. Look at this place, you guys. That is really classy.
Yeah.
It's all like inside in that cliff face there. The whole town is kind of carved into it. That's very neat.
This is why we love England so much.
We were going to get our fish and chips at this restaurant here, the Magpie Cafe, because our host recommended it. But we found out that it actually had a fire recently.
Yeah.
So I think they're only serving takeaway right now while they fix the place up.
But we're way too cold to get takeaway.
Yeah.
So we're going down the road a little bit to Quayside.
This is it right here.
Which actually
Quayside.
says it's a national winner for fish and chips.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of little like award-winning signs on a lot of these places.
So who knows?
Never mind. They're closed.
Apparently it's the one day.
Yeah, they typically close at 7, but today they
closing
decided to close early.
3:30.
At 3:30. This
Okay.
day's just not going well. It's not really working out, is it?
Catch a break.
Damn.
Okay.
So now we're gonna find a different place to eat. So instead we're going to this place, the Pier, which is right next door to the other two restaurants.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not exactly what we planned, but they still have fish and chips.
It'll be delicious.
Got ourselves a couple pints, much deserved after this.
Definitely. Oh
What was it called?
The Cameron's Ruby Red Ale, I believe.
Yeah. It's nice and dark and delicious.
Also, we're underneath the heater.
Yeah, yeah, right here.
Freaking
It's very nice.
I'm dreading this walk back to the car. It's gonna be a mile in the freaking cold and darkness and wind.
It's gonna be brutal. All right, my fish and chips have arrived. It's this huge chunk of fish right here. All right.
Whoa.
Well, it looks pretty fresh.
Doing it bare, huh?
It's real crunchy and flaky and pretty nice, actually. I was pretty skeptical just going to a random place. We had fish and chips in Cornwall earlier this year, and so our standards are pretty high for it now.
I'll put some of that vinegar on it.
Oh yeah.
I just got the Hunter's chicken. Chicken just sounded really good, but it's this big old hunk with barbecue sauce and cheese and bacon on top. So, I don't know. It's just cold and it sounded really good and hearty.
Man, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know why, but I haven't had barbecue sauce in a while. I haven't really seen it here, and then when we were in Southeast Asia, there wasn't any. So it just sounded delicious. Oh yeah, that's so good. And a cheeky little salad.
Yeah. Holy cow, it is cold out there. We got some coffees on the walk back to the car to heat us up. It was like a 2-mile walk back to the car.
It was so far. But towards the end, we got pretty warm, so that wasn't so bad. But at first, it sucked.
So today was a little bit of a fail.
Gosh,
But-
yeah.
We still had fun. I think we made the most of it that we possibly could.
I think what we're learning is we should probably come back up this way, maybe in the
Oopsie, when I just reached up to the camera, I turned it off without realizing it, so we just recorded our whole ending.
Yeah,
And,
that's okay. It was like probably 10 solid minutes of talking.
Yeah, so you guys didn't miss anything. But what were we trying to say?
I think we were just saying, we'll be back and we'll try to stay longer so that even if it rains or something like that, we'll still be able to get out and about and see everything we want to.
Yes, and we wanted to tell you guys about an upcoming trip that we're doing. So this morning,
yes.
we alluded to us having a little bit of scheduling issues this morning, and that was because we're planning a trip where we're going to be working with Visit Britain, which is like the tourism board in Britain.
Yeah.
And we're going to be exploring Birmingham and the Peak District for about a week, right?
Yeah. So it'll be our first time doing like a full week of, they made a whole itinerary for us.
Because we've worked with tourism boards a little bit, and we've
Yeah.
done a little bit of like work with companies and stuff like that, but we haven't been doing it too much because we know that if we do it too much, you guys might not like it. It might be annoying for you to watch all the
Yeah.
time. So we try to keep it to a minimum.
Plus, it's hard to find moments when you're constantly having to go from place to place for us to sit down and get some work done and planning and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting. We're really excited because I think it's going to allow us to do a lot of things that we never would have done on our own because
Yeah.
of costs, because you guys know that we traveled pretty frugally.
Yeah, so that's the main advantage, I think, is that we can do a bunch of stuff we wouldn't be able to do, and also we
Yeah.
can show you guys a lot more stuff to do in the area.
Yeah,
which is
so
pretty
we'll
cool.
still have some of the fun, like outdoorsy hiking stuff, but then we'll do some cooler stuff, like go to some cool restaurants and bars, I think, and then do some off-roading, apparently, is one
Yeah.
of the days.
Yeah, we're just now figuring out the actual itinerary, so
Yeah.
it's going to be some cool stuff, I
I
think.
think there'll be some fun stuff coming up. But we are very excited. We're going to be going to the Christmas market down in Bath.
yeah.
And they're having a food festival this weekend, so it's like the perfect thing.
Yeah, we're also going to get out of the city a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Because today we tried to do that, but it kind of failed.
Yeah, it did. But we'll actually be a little outside of Bath, so we'll be in the countryside, I think, and we'll do some beautiful walks and such, like things like that.
But I think we're going to just drive on home and chill. I still got to edit a vlog tonight, so...
It's going to be a long night. Thus,
Yeah.
the coffees. So, I think it's like an hour to get home.
Yeah.
So, we're going to crank up this heat, turn on some Christmas tunes, and head out. Good night, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.